Here's another one. This is a big deal because it talks about happiness. They look at the right success metrics. What do I mean? We are human, and most of our suffering and unhappiness comes from the fact that our perspectives are so out of whack. You can't even believe it. Perspective is out of whack, and you're using the wrong metric to measure your success in life, with your spouse, with your kids, with your business, with your paycheck, with whatever it is. So let's get specific. A couple of examples here. One is a corporate example. Companies do this to employees, but you'll get the analogy. We do a lot of work, recruitment work with salespeople. One of the hardest things for a salesperson to do is start a new job. You start a new job, you start with zero. You come in, you don't have any clients or accounts, you don't have any customers, you got to learn the product or the new company's product, whatever. You start kind of in a hole. And companies do things like, well, your quota, because every salesperson's quota on the, in the company is $1 million in the first year. So when we work with our companies, we say to them, hey, that's kind of hard. You start from cold, your product is complex, and what your success metric is how many dollars they're selling, right? Like you would think, okay, well, they're a salesperson, they should be measured on how much they can sell. That's right, except you're going to deflate them and just smash up their head because they're going to think they suck when it takes them 6 months to make a sale. So if you actually looked at the way they break down their day, the way they break down their week and their month, how many outreaches a day are they doing? How many meetings are they getting? How many opportunities to answer a proposal or whatever it is that they're doing do they have? How many customers did they actually secure? Not dollars, but did they get a new customer that is now your company's customer? If you are measuring those things, those are the right behaviors, and those should be the success metrics of the salesperson in the early months. And if you do that, and if you're looking at their progress, or you're a salesperson and you are looking at whether you are doing the right things, if you do what I just said, you should be watching, and you counted that as being successful, you will ultimately make that $1 million in revenue and beyond, and far beyond, because it takes a little upfront time. So let's go back to the YouTube analogy I was using. So a little time goes by with the YouTube channel, and I start offering you opportunities to enroll in paid training, which I had never done before. I was always gifting out these shows and these videos, and you could have the free downloads, but I never actually sold you anything. But now it came time for me to turn this into a business, and so I spent 4 months training on how to put the product together, shooting all these darn videos, building the booklets, all that great stuff. I had to figure out how to market it. I had to figure out how to attract a bigger community and prospective enrollees. I put the product out. The product goes out. So it's $100, and here it goes. And I had a deadline because somebody told me I had to have a deadline, otherwise nobody buys anything. So made the deadline, and we looked at the results. And I looked at the results, and 50 people bought it. Now, 50 people bought it. It was $5,000 in revenue. And I just spent 4 months. Actually, I spent a lot more than that. But I spent 4 months working, investing time, investing money, buying tools, and doing all this stuff. And if I would have just looked at the $5,000, you and we wouldn't be doing this right now, because that's what makes you throw in the towel when your success metric is screwed. But I didn't do that. Actually, I did that for a second. But I got myself together and I said, no, you got into this to help people. And you wanted to help more people. And that's 50 people that enrolled in your stuff today. And then that gave me the juice I needed to come back the next day and build more and more. And then 50 becomes 100. And then 100 becomes 2. And 2 becomes 5. And so on. But you have to stay dialed in. Whatever your metric is, you need to make sure that it probably is a little more stepping stone metric than it is the ultimate. For those salespeople I was talking about, it's, are you getting the script down? Are you getting the connections with people? For your job search, we did a 14-day challenge last month and the month before. What was it about? How many people could you identify? How many target companies could you identify? How many people, could you identify one, and could you make a send out to, a cover letter, connection, whatever it is, to each one? It didn't, the goal wasn't to get the job. The fallout will be to get the job. But your success metrics, this is what will keep you going. This is what will keep your attitude in order and your optimism there. And that's what will help make good things happen for you, because you stay in the right motion. Think about that for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys, you're looking, right, for your job, or you're looking to grow your career. So just make sure, a lot of you guys, I coach you, you're pissed because you're not the CIO in 2 years. And when you start having metrics like that, you're going to be unhappy for a long time.